Okay, I went to a hamfest yesterday, and one of the things I left with was this little piece. This is a Hallicrafters WR-3000, made between 1962 and 1964, and it's all solid state, all transistor, all PNP germanium transistors in sockets, by the way. This thing is really, somebody put some thought into it. Anyway, it's not perfect, but quick story, I saw it on the table, never seen one before, and I picked it up. I was intrigued by it. I have no use for it. I didn't really want it. The guy said make me an offer, and I made him an offer, and he took it. So at that point I felt obligated to part with just a couple of dollars, really. And it works. It kind of works. Covers 185 kilohertz in 6 bands, all the way up to 23 megahertz. And let me give you a quick look inside, and then we'll tune around for a minute. Okay, I just laid it flat. But here's the deal. It's there's a big rectangular ferrite loop antenna under this cover here for the broadcast band. This battery is a D cell, and its only function is to operate the pilot lamps when you press the switch in the front. But this thing is, and it's missing the battery holder back here. There's a battery holder that I guess held 8 D cells and a telescoping antenna. I just stuck temporarily a SO2, well, not temporarily, an SO239 on there. And you know, it's beat up a little bit, but it does work. And the really cool thing is there's 4 screws that you undo and take the knobs off the front, and this whole assembly lifts right out, speaker and all. Somebody really put some thought into this thing. Anyway, that's what it looks like inside. At least not all 100% original, but seems to work. Okay, so here we go. By the way, this thing is quite heavy too for a portable. But I imagine it, you know, got a lot of use back in the 60s. Okay, I'm on the highest shortwave band here. There's 20 megahertz WWV.
At the tone, 20 hours, 33 minutes, coordinated universal time.
Pretty strong. I think the bands are good today. Now there's a chance too that may be an image that just happened to wind up at 20 megahertz on the dial. I haven't put a signal generator or really done any testing or tweaking or troubleshooting with this thing yet. But I'm pretty impressed with how it works. It's got a BFO in it too. If we go down to 40 meter, well, let's take a quick listen here on some foreign broadcasts.
Kansas Sport Info was the truth shall set you free.
Absolutely. This is 11 megahertz broadcast band. I was listening up on 20 meters to the hams too. Let's go to 40 real quick. I'll turn the BFO on and got to turn the gain up here.
Yeah, maybe longer than that, I guess, sir. But you're sounding really good, man. You're booming in here. That's probably the loudest I've heard. You're coming
Not
in
much
like you're right
selectivity,
next door, man.
but it's pretty stable. Once you get it tuned in, it doesn't drift.
One of the owls was hanging out behind our backyard. I didn't like that too much because I have little dogs, and that's not a good thing. But we
There's a
haven't
light.
seen him since, so thankfully they must have moved on. We also have had one more back there. They
Pretty cool.
caught him on camera.
Their broadcast band. Lots of signals.
Automotive at 25.
I had this thing on last night for a couple minutes on the AM broadcast band with that internal ferrite loop, rectangular loop antenna. I was picking up stuff all over the place. So anyway, cool little find. Never knew it existed before. Hallicrafters WR-3000. Somebody replaced the headphone jack too with a 1/8" jack instead of the 1/4" jack that was in there. But I'm surprised it works as well as it does before I even put an oscilloscope to it. So that's it. Pretty cool. Good hamfest. Keep tinkering, everybody.